The value of my wit, beyond measurement, aspects in relationships and upcoming eclipses. Quote, we're all linked by a fabric of unseen connections. This fabric is constantly changing and evolving. This field is directly structured and influenced by our behavior and by our understanding. David Bohm. Awareness is indeed a funky thing. Being too aware of what is happening could lead to anxiety if the things one is focused on are the stuff that doesn't work. Presently, it encompasses nearly everything interwoven with social constructs and institutions and realms acknowledged as immutable. Instead of attempting fixes, one must embrace the inevitability of a cycle involving both demise and renewal. If I have the power to confront my demons, if I can recognize who and what they are, and I'm willing to face them off with compassion to open a new point of view, how would it feel if the way I relate to an attachment, a thing, a person, or a situation were different? How could I emerge as more sovereign being? How is this emerging? Now I'm going to read it with the second person to see if it resonates with you. If you have the power to confront your demons, if you can recognize who and what they are and are willing to face them off with compassion to open a new point of view, how would it feel if the way you relate to an attachment, a thing, a person, or a situation were different? How could you emerge as a more sovereign being? How is this emerging? Let's delve into the cardinal points. They mark the landscape with direction, acting as a compass that draws the illusion towards a synthesis infused with integrity, innocence, leadership, and originality. It's a journey guided by love for humanity and oneself, characterized by listening and adopting a perspective on how one can relate. It's about embracing and honoring our vessel, the body, which generously provides not only for survival but also for thriving. The best state of being? Just being oneself. Recognizing that everything I need is in my body. The Trinity and free will ride side by side. How, you may ask? Well, when you take the initiative and decide to engage with your individuality by becoming aware of what is in front of you or what you are projecting and expecting from the other, then something emerges in between. The field, potentially latent or quantum in nature, offers a range of possibilities when choosing integration. To seize this, one must adopt the role of an observer, watching the interplay unfold as if it's stationed at the midpoint of a 180-degree relationship. The resulting perspective can be 90 degrees or 270 degrees or any degree in between. This opportunity then opens other dimensions for perceiving what has been imprinted in our emotional, physical, and mental bodies. And all these fields are stages that operate between two breaths. Time becomes the medium when one measures time. Time is essential as humanity lives in a dimension that perceives time within a given space. We are only barely aware of what cannot be sensed, touched, smelled, heard. You get it. I am because I am aware of you. At times, I can be aware of them too. Oh boy, did I just use pronouns as an example? I will use the traditional way of using a pronoun. The primary means by which humans identify their relationships with each other is through these pronouns. I don't mean to associate myself with how the left wing has weaponized it in recent years. You see, some years ago, I was very stubborn and carried some arrogance that stemmed from ignoring and not being willing to listen to others' points of view. The more I falsely believed, not felt, that I was right and the opposing idea was wrong, the more I became stuck in this seesaw between polarities. A lot has happened since then. Uranus transiting Taurus, a fresh Jupiter cycle in my chart, and the current nodes are throwing open some awesome windows of opportunity. It's like a chance to navigate my way through the world of the not knowing. To be honest, I detest labeling others or having myself be defined by ideologies. I'm open to dialogues and discussions where I could gain a new perspective. So this is an invitation. Eclipses, nodes, meeting the shadows. On October 14th and October 28th of 2023, a solar eclipse followed by a lunar eclipse unfolds, each exerting a profound impact on personal planets, instigating dynamic energies crucial for my evolutionary journey. During the initial eclipse, my Mars, positioned at 22 degrees of Aries, aligns with the transiting North Node at 24 degrees and transiting Chiron at 17 degrees of Aries. The gravitational pull is palpable, especially as transiting Mars enters Scorpio, aligning in opposition to my third house, Mars, where the Sun, Moon, and Mercury and Pallas engage in a standoff. The sensation of potential combustion intensifies, particularly directed towards teachers, teachings, and ideologies, amplified by the ongoing square between Mars and the nodes with Pluto in late Capricorn. However, amidst this intensity, a harmonious trine emerges as Mars forms a favorable aspect with my North Node and Saturn. Meanwhile, Venus, situated on my Uranus at 6 degrees Virgo, engages in a challenging opposition with Saturn, both serving as rulers of the impeding eclipse and nodal axis. Bottom line, all my relational values have received an upgrade, and I'm slowly being invited to renew my list on how to contribute without engaging in beliefs that belong to an old program. This celestial dance prompts heightened awareness of relationships and a deeper understanding of myself through interpersonal dynamics. The key to wise individuation lies in channeling curiosity towards discovering more wholesome and flexible ways of perception. This is because the nodal axis falls on my third and ninth house. While Libra craves harmony, the recognition that dissonance can be a catalyst for change becomes apparent. The integration of these experiences forms the focus of my connection to these eclipses. Yet, amidst the contemplation of these cosmic influences, a poignant question arises. What purpose is served in facing others if the tools at my disposal for synthesis lack meaningful significance? This introspective query underscores the importance of aligning my evolving self with purposeful and constructive modes of integration. Quote, "Value does not exist outside the consciousness of man." Karl Menger, The Principle of Economics, the Mises Institute. End of quote. The second eclipse is meaningful, marking the conclusion of its Saros series that started in November 2021. This series has offered ample opportunities to confront the fear of codependent relationships hindering evolution. We have navigated through two Venus retrograde seasons, November 21st until January 2022 in Capricorn, and the recent one from mid-July to the beginning of September 2023 in Leo, providing time for introspection into the focus of cherished values and human needs. The lunar eclipse sees the moon falling on my Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury conjunction in early Taurus. While transiting Mars, the Sun and Mercury oppose this and conjunct my natal moon and MC. Transiting Jupiter opposes this configuration. An ongoing theme unfolds, where needs, values, and ideologies initiate a new cycle, and expressing myself consciously aligns with creating impact by staying true to my essence as a 6-2 role model. No effort, just being. Driven predominantly by curiosity and pursuit of joyful outcomes, I've expanded my needs to encompass subjects I never thought I would be so fascinated or dedicated to, such as understanding the elegant simplicity of economics. By accepting my responsibilities and utilizing my rational capacities, I may make informed decisions aligned with essential needs in relationship to time and the scarcity of goods that will supply those needs. Quote, "Think of the way you personally value things in relationship to one another. Are you able to express them in terms of one unit that measures them all? Can all the things you value, from material goods to friendships, family, and happiness, be measured in terms of the small unit? Is there a set of exchange rate between a family member and physical goods? Could you value your child in terms of money? How many cars does a human need to exchange for their child? Human values cannot be measured using one standardized unit. Human evaluations can only be compared, but they cannot be added, subtracted, or multiplied without a common and constant unit. Measurement and mathematical operations are not possible." Safedi and Amus, The Principle of Economics. End of quote. In any relationship, the most important thing is integration. Now, let's fast forward to April 2024, where Jupiter and Uranus are throwing a conjunction party at the 21st degree of Taurus. This cosmic rendezvous marks the midpoint between now and November 2024, when Pluto shifts into the sign of acceleration, Aquarius. I'll delve deeper into these events in the near future. Few things to prepare or consider short, middle, and long term. Ideologies and belief systems. What are you really seeking? Where does your truth lie? Dive into your natal Jupiter, checking out its sign and house placement. Also, scout transiting Jupiter and see where Taurus hangs out in your chart. Desires and new beginnings. Tune into the vibes from Mars in your natal chart. Its sign and house will spill the beans on the energy playing out. A glance at where Aries sits in your chart is also crucial because Mars is throwing some opposition vibes from Libra. The nodal axis and transiting Chiron are throwing a conjunction party on February 20th, 2024 at 16 degrees. So consider if you're holding back from expressing your unique self. Any vulnerability there? The Chiron conjunct North Node is cooking up an opportunity for some life healing. Your inner rebel. Time to unleash your inner rebel. Identify the areas where you won't play by the rules and want to explore different timelines. Even if you label yourself as a conservative, there are zones you love to break free from, conditioning. Check out where Uranus is in your chart by sign and house position. Since April 2019, Uranus in Taurus has been shaking up the grounds and foundations of that specific area of your life. Remember, this info doesn't consider aspects in harmony or dissonance in your personal chart, nor does it reflect your current level of awareness. It's like a quick roadmap. How you navigate it is where the real magic happens. Quote, in one sheet of paper, we see everything else, the cloud, the forest, the logger. I am, therefore you are. You are, therefore I am. That is the meaning of the word interbeing. We inter are. Thich Nhat Hanh. End of quote. Spinning time. My fascination with David Bohm's work has been a journey into the profound, initially fueled by a desire to comprehend the intricacies of quantum mechanics. What I discovered in Bohm's theories was a harmonious blend of quantum concepts with the vast realm of consciousness. His implicate order theory intricately weaves together every universal element, portraying even the tiniest fragment as a potential revealer of information about the entire cosmic landscape. Bohm's philosophy envisions existence as an undivided, continuous flow, transcending conventional boundaries. The theory, crafted to decipher the enigmatic behavior of subatomic particles, delves into the perplexities that have confounded quantum physicists. Bohm's proposal of concealed subquantum forces and particles acting as architects behind subatomic peculiarities aligns seamlessly with conventional notions of causality and reality. This hidden realm, the implicate order, according to Bohm, offers glimpses into a deeper layer of reality where the entire cosmos is intricately interconnected. Within this framework, each constituent part holds the potential to unveil insights into the entirety of the universe. Bohm's metaphorical expression, particularly his use of holography, vividly illustrates the implicate order. A hologram captures intricate patterns through wave and interference, mirroring the dense informational storage within the implicate order. Every point within this cosmic framework is intricately determined by an overreaching pattern, much like how a holographic film unveils an entire three-dimensional object. The analogy underscores the enchantment pervading every corner of the cosmos. Bohm's exploration extends into the realm of consciousness, exemplified in Dialogue in the Spirit of David Bohm. This dialogical approach, involving fluid group conversations, emphasizes achieving shared understanding by embracing each other's participants' perspective with equality and without judgment. In the context of implicate order, Bohm highlights the transformative potential of genuine communication. Something new emerges when individuals engage in open, unbiased listening, fostering novel and profound insights. The significance of attentive listening becomes a catalyst for the creation of a deeper understanding, echoing Bohm's holistic vision of interconnectedness. I've delved into these concepts, and as Bohm suggests, they aren't isolated or disconnected from other occurrences. I've also found a profound connection while exploring his extensive dialogues with Krishnamurti, easily accessible online. Link here. Finally, another meaningful and insightful interview is titled David Bohm, Quantum Mechanics and Enlightenment. John Horgan explores David Bohm's interest in both spiritual and scientific enlightenment, as he intended to embody the dual goals of clarifying and mystifying reality. I leave to you to find your own connections and create a diverse relationship to what you already think you know. Quote, someday, science and art will emerge, Bohm predicted. This division of art and science is temporary, he observed. It didn't exist in the past, and there's no reason why it should go on in the future. Just as art consists not simply of words of art, but of an attitude, the artistic spirit, so does science consist not in the accumulation of knowledge, but in the creation of fresh modes of perception. I end this with a quote. The ability to perceive or think differently is more important than the knowledge gained, Bohm explained. My last words to you, my dear reader, is that, and I'm speaking from my heart right now, so this is not scripted, is if you are really in touch with who you are, and you're not trying to be or trying to please or trying to hide behind the mask, then for sure you're going to show up as the most individuated, beautiful being that you came here to be, because we are different for a reason. So this is the moment to empower your own self and stop focusing on the program and more on what is it that you want to do, what is it that you're seeking, so you can actually make it happen in this lifetime. Have a great eclipse season. I'll write more about Jupiter, Uranus, and all the other things. Bye-bye.